Okay, we're back with Hair Wings and the Passing Show live with Hal Gill, your host. And yeah, so getting a look at the traffic coming down Florida Avenue here by the post office box outside my place. There's the front of the bunker next to the Embassy of Moldova. You can see the Moldovan flag there. We're also across the street from the Albanian embassy. Folks out about doing what folks do. So we can go now and head over. This time we're doing it a little different. We're doing office hours. I think it afterwards. That's my plan. And probably not going to spend as much time. I usually spend about an hour and a half out and about, but I think I can get things done a little quicker than that. Hey, just remember, it's not open yet. So we may change the plan again. There's a Waymo, self-driving cars, no navigating the streets of DC. And they currently have drivers in the seat, but I think they're training them. I don't know if you can actually get a Waymo at this point to take you somewhere. Don't shake your dog. Shivery. Nervous, maybe. I'd be nervous too if I was little like that. In this great big world, I'm not particularly little though. Okay, so passing show. Main purpose, take in raw documentation of the world as it appears to me. Sweeping along, trying to maintain a sort of rhythm. Admittedly, the shakiness of the camera tends to make people seasick. I do to get a gimbal to mitigate that, but haven't used it much. Kind of nervous about it. Don't think I can use it with Substack Live Direct like this, which doesn't appeal to me. I like being able to just go live and unvarnished, unedited, talk to y'all. The newsroom usually has old stuff. For instance, this is the Wednesday Wall Street Journal bundled up there. I'm not sure what the point is, but I've never really bothered much with the newsroom. Got a few magazines there at different times. They've got some foreign ones, so I like to look those up. Looks like something's coming here. Alero has been out of there for a while, and they're working on it. Yeah, they're rehabbing it. Not sure what they're doing entirely. Let's see. We got a good little place here for breakfast on Becca's Cafe. And what else do we have? I think about what I'm going to do. There's still Chesa down here. Good for coffee. And maybe I will do emissary. We'll do emissary proper. It sounds. Service was pretty bad yesterday, though, and I didn't like that. So I'm kind of like scout around. Maybe it should be DuPont Coffee Collective. We'll figure it out. $40 days. Oh, 40 days in the new life and practice, and I'm shaking it up just a little bit. I think I am going to go back to emissary, though. I'm kind of a slave to habit. But what do I want? That's the key thing, is to figure out what I want, how I want it. That's a bit early. It's a bit early. A few extra steps in on my way there. We'll leap up 19th Street and then cut back on the S. So I'm thinking again about the world and people in it. I did a number of postings yesterday evening, late, about a global harmony AI initiative to realize a global kind of equity and justice manifesto drafted up with Grok's help. And I fed it the things I thought it ought to take into consideration: do no harm, maximize human health, happiness, and prosperity, and realize it rapidly. I also set it a task of realizing another thing this morning, and I forgot what it is already. I have ideas, right? And Grok can grab those ideas. It can pull down information. It can organize it quickly, much more quickly than I can. And while it's not human, it's using my human desires based on information I'm feeding it to refine and collect up, what it can out of the available information that it has out on the web through expos, whatever, to try to realize the greatest happiness of the greatest number. And I think that's worthy of doing. If we all put our little brains together to try to realize these things, got some sort of consensus going, and enabled our AI to help realize it rapidly, could happen. Like within very short periods of time. Naysayers be damned. Check out the flowers. Check out the plants. So this is my job these days, being a flaneur and being a thinker, as I have the luxury to think and to reflect for the time being. I may have to find more gainful means of employment, but I think that if global equity was maintained by simply looking at all of the wealth in the world and where it's piled up and where it's lacking, we could redistribute it and realize that greatest happiness of the greatest number by basically a universal basic income. World Bank that actually serves all people and not just the corporate interests that tend to run it with their political agendas, which quite often don't serve the masses, but serve those in power. So, humanitarian efforts need to be a focus for our technology that we've developed, along with, the idea of exploration, expansion, asteroid mining, because a lot of these things require material that's not so easy to get at Earth. And so that's just some thoughts off the top. I keep thinking, keep musing, I keep applying as best I can. My wife reacted to my message just now, whatever it was. I don't know which one it was, but she's also put a thumbs down to another message. I don't know what that was. Anyway, who knows? I'm going to cut on S, head over. You can see a lot of folks making their way from dawn to dusk, closer to dawn.
But I went on a
And,
Friday.
it won't be long. It won't be long. Got people jogging, people walking dogs, and everybody is in their own head. Most of us have very similar outlooks from what I've been able to pick up by my conversations over this medium on the little podcasts I do. You can find them under Harrowing's Podcast on YouTube, Spotify, all these different platforms that Substack automatically posts them on. Yeah. Want to be my neighbor? Looks like this place is for sale. 1910 DuPont Circle Historic District. So we are in DuPont Circle Historic District at the moment. Passing some lovely homes. Coming up on the Chateau Thierry, which is a apartment building. A friend of mine lives there. Haven't seen much of him lately. But, it is what it is. 40 days and the new life and practice for me. Been talking a little bit about it. Going to be talking more about it soon. Not know exactly when, how, why, but got some good feedback yesterday. And writer's right posting. And therefore, I got dug in. I hadn't slept all morning. Definitely in a depression. I'm shaking it off now. Just signed up for a thing that's supposed to reboot me. And there are Tuesday and Thursday group sessions involved in that. And maybe it'll actually shake something loose. Because I do need to shake me loose. Only $49 a month. Why not? Something different. Something to apply. I've wasted a lot of time and energy expounding on principles that I'm supposedly practicing in all my affairs with a group of people to whom I think that it was just noise than what I was experiencing. And on it goes. I'll wrap up here. So I've arrived. And thanks for the good morning, Lost Vibes 100 a day with me. Only you and me today. But thank you for your paid subscription. It means a lot.